It's hard, I've been scarred from out fighting. Waking up, stomach is starved, I keep grinding. 6 a.m, life isn't hard, I keep reciting. It feels like I might fall apart, I keep trying. Sun's coming up and the glare is so blinding. I'm sick of hearing and seeing all of the people whining. You want something good, then you better.
Oh, is there actually sound coming through?
You get what you pay for, and time is money, we climbing. It's prime time, it's my time, I got it.
Yeah, it's, I like that song.
You can't stop it.
I do like that song. That's one reason I use it. It's copyright free.
Yourself a spine, got mine, that's a promise. Take a deep breath and head towards the darkness. The light at the end wasn't put there by no novice. My hand I extend, so welcome to my office. No time to repent, we're building and not stopping. We're gonna take it slow, and we gon' make it out this hole. And ain't nobody stopping us, no. So watch me as I go, watch me as I grow. And we ain't gonna take it slow, and we gon' make it out this hole. And ain't nobody stopping us, no. So watch me as I go, watch me as I grow. Yeah, I'm the fucking show. I'm gonna rule this world one day. Y'all finna know the name. I'm spitting game to the people who decide our fate. I'll make a name in history, be one of the greats. I've got the traits that you need to get past the gates. Man, I don't wait, I exceed every single day. A different breed, yeah, I put it on display. Got all I need, and it's up inside my brain. I will succeed, cause I tell myself that every day. Y'all will concede and remember the name. Shout out to Fort Minor, cause it's 50% pain. But that 5% of pleasure's why I'm still in the game. And I exceed every measure by hard work, I'll explain. It's early mornings and late nights. It's fight and sleep, that's the hardest fight. But when you sleep, someone's passing by. You better try harder and fight smarter to go farther. Become your own monster, call a self-starter. Take it slow, and we gon' make it out this.
And just keep going, fucking implacably, regardless of what it costs us, regardless of how much we have to lose. We just have to keep going. But that doesn't mean we should be silly about things. We need to be smart. Went to a Professor Peterson event a few days ago. I told him he was a pretty good wizard, a person who changes the world around them via verbal and semantic components, i.e. their words and actions. Well, the memes of destruction, which is a great username. That's really nerdy, but I approve.
Let's do this. All right. Let's see. I think we have a show. I think we have this Discord thing figured out. And since Google Hangouts seems to be on the fritz, seeing as Google Hangouts is going away in 2019, we're doing a quick little test stream. As we can see, it's the Memes of Destruction live stream. I am your current host, the Memes of Destruction, and I am joined by Miss Sharate and the Mad Libertarian himself from Mad Dodge Productions. So say hello, guys.
Of course, you would be wearing a Harvard hoodie.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad went there. What's wrong with that? Are you hating on somebody for their parents' alma mater? I mean, that wouldn't be very egalitarian, would it?
Fair enough. That'd be very YouTube of me, you know, just censor people for no reason.
Well, I mean, I did hear somebody say the other day that, well, the feminists started it first. So, I mean, we went back to the argument of a 6-year-old. So, I mean, this is where we are on the internet at this time. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. When in Rome... Go on. I'm sorry you cut out. Can anybody hear me? Oh. I was giving some buffer room. You have smart kids.
I do.
Oh.
But even more like the argument of a 3-year-old.
Oh. Well, I mean, they're smart too, but I digress. So Matt, you had a little information?
Well, yeah, here's the thing, memes. Last time I applied for monetization, it took them 2 months to tell me to fuck myself in the ass. This time it took 4 days. 4 days. You know what the backlog is on people applying for monetization at YouTube? It's longer than 4 days. I don't even think they looked at my channel. I think they went, oh, we denied him the first time. Fuck this guy.
Well, why wouldn't they just instantly respond then?
Gotta give it a couple days, you know, for looks. I don't know.
Well, they probably ran the algorithm through your channel, probably gave you a random score based upon whatever metrics were in the transcripts and whatnot, and probably arbitrarily sampled a couple streams, including some of the recent streams, and just picked a random point and saw where it happened, so...
Where what happened? Where MC talks about space rocks? Does anybody have the technology to actually lasso a fucking space rock and crash it into the goddamn planet? No. No, they don't.
May not lasso.
Can they move an asteroid into the planet? Yeah.
Can you, MC? Can you?
Can I specifically do it? No, I cannot.
With the right team and resources.
Or maybe they heard about where B was talking about her harpoon.
Well, B, I mean, unfortunately, her GoFundMe, I believe it violated the terms of service of both GoFundMe and Kickstarter, but my Kickstarter to send 750 copies of 1984, along with a US-coded DVD, it was just outside. I went to GoFundMe. I'm like, well, people are actually donating money to help people in need, so I didn't have the heart to do it. And welcome, MC, and welcome, Unholy Mole. How are we guys doing?
Hello. I'm well. Tired as hell, but I'm good.
Oh, I hear you, man. I hear you. I was starting to get tired, and then I had to go to the store, and I had to heat up a little Chinese food because I was getting tired, so I ate some food, and that regenerated some of my HP.
I tore up 5,000 square feet of like 1950s plastic flooring today. That was a joy. Oh, was it a joy?
Oh, that sucks. It sounds commercial.
It was horrible, dude. Like the plastic themselves, even if they didn't have tile stuck to them, they weighed 30 pieces.
Oh, you had to tear up the underlayment.
With that 1950 tile and the underflooring and the everything else, oh my god, that shit was so fucking heavy. Jeez.
Please tell me you wore gloves.
Oh yeah, of course, and a mask, everything.
Oh yeah, oh dude, especially 1950s floor. There were certain building materials that's you want proper gear for that.
Yeah, I don't really care for mesothelioma too much, so.
Yeah, I contribute to that enough on my own, so.
Hey, I got my forge going finally. Woo!
Wait, you set up your forge?
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
The only thing I've accomplished making so far is a little miniature Mjolnir, like a little Thor pendant. But hey, it's something, right?
Right. I mean, that's what you gotta start somewhere, and you might as well start at something that you compound into shape and then going from there.
Yeah. The first thing I really want to work on though is I need some tongs. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna try to make some tongs.
Yeah, that's something that if you're grabbing hot metal, you probably wanna
it's kind of necessary.
Because
pliers don't work because the way because you got to flip it over and flipping it, and pliers don't work. I need some tongs.
You need probably a couple different sets of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I betcha.
Those are some of the things, the basic tools to help you start creating tools. It's like
that's the cool thing about blacksmithing though is I can create my own tools. You know, that's the cool thing about it.
Well, you want a couple of basic things. If you're gonna invest something, sometimes it gives you a little bit of head up because, I mean, if there's anything I've learned from survival games is, yeah, you can go and punch a tree, but it's always easier if somebody hooks you up.
Right. I mean, yeah, I could probably get by without stuff, but I would do a much better job if I had the stuff I needed.
Oh, and practicing doing that helps you learn.
Yeah, I'm gonna make me tongs in the set, and then I'm gonna work on making myself a fuller. That shouldn't be too hard to make. Just rolled steel, and I'll ask my brother to weld me a piece on top of it that I can hit. It's pretty much just like, so if you have like bar stock and you want it to be indented identically on both sides, it's called you put it in between the fuller. It's like pretty much it's just bar stock bent in two, and it has some spring to it, and you put the hot metal in there and you just give it a whack, and that leaves the indentation there. So that's what I want next. Is I'm gonna make me a fuller.
I do miss blacksmithing. Oh, I still have a coupon that Mrs. Memes gave me a number of years ago for a taste of blacksmithing.
Cool.
I should reclaim it.
Yeah, I'm one of these days I'm gonna get me I would like to get me a nicer anvil, but for now I'll use what I got. Anvils are not cheap, dude. Let me tell you.
Oh, they're also not light.
I'm talking like they are not cheap. Not cheap. I'm talking like even if you were to buy a generic one, you're still gonna spend a couple $100, dude. And you know. So.
That's why so many people are online. They use old railroad ties.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm using at the moment. So.
Well, it's forged iron, forged steel.
It's something. It's something for me to hit. Yeah. I thought about building like a wooden compartment, like you know how the railroad track lays, how it has flat on the bottom, then it goes. It's like a T kind of. I thought about making a holder for it to where I can slide it in with the railroad track top on top, or I can turn it around and slide it in the other way, and the flat top would be on top. That way, depending on what I wanted to use, I could get double use out of what I'm using. You know what I mean?
You know what's interesting, Mole? The person to talk to is actually Hammered Spud, and he's in the chat, but he actually knows quite a bit. Like, he makes swords and shit, so...
Oh! I'd love to talk to him.
Oh, that's where he got his name from. See, I thought it was just because he was drunk all the time. I'm sorry, that was racist, Spuds. My apologies.
Racist against Irish people.
Everything is fucking racist.
Prejudice, not racist.
I thought it was culturalist. I'm learning all types of new words.
Making up new words.
Yeah, you're wearing a Harvard hoodie, making up words. What the fuck is this shit?
Hey, we're good like that.
Batman's the one who gave him culturalist, and I'm the one who said spacist because I mixed up MC with his fucking space rocks.
Oh, wait a second, Sharadia, are you making a veiled Asgardia reference?
No.
Are we gonna have to bust up the national anthem?
I was gonna say, dude, you're running OBS, make it happen.
Mixed up MC's fucking space rocks. God damn it.
Space rocks.
Yeah, MC and his fucking space rocks all the goddamn time, and
sounds like a guar show. Space rock.
and memes and his goddamn racist word that he uses every other sentence.
Bugs Bunny?
Hey, taxation is theft.
Guys, we must rise for the Asgardian national anthem.
All right.
How about negative?
We're patiently waiting.
I have no idea if it's transmitting or not. I don't think we can hear it. SSM, can you? Oh, we can't? I'm the only one hearing this?
I have the sound on. I can hear it.
Can't hear it.
You have your sound muted.
I have no idea if it's transmitting.
There.
Is that what it actually looks like? Does it have any words?
Shut up.
Wait, that's not the actual space station. That looks like concept art. I don't understand. MC, you're boomering it because you're doing it right. There you go. Asgardia, Asgardia. I cannot sing for a tune.
Yeah, the poor people in the chat can hear it. I told you. Yeah, audio is fine. They are hearing the masterpiece.
I am sorry to everybody I thought they were lyrics. I'll have to go back and dubstep it or something. That's what the cool kids do nowadays, right? Alright. Oh! Oh, it had us going there. I thought it was done. Alright, well that, we learned something new today. Alright. So, go on. Blacksmithing.
Yeah. I just, you know, I'm artistic anyway, but like I've always wanted to try my hand at blacksmithing, and my brothers, I got access to a MIG welder too, so I got a pretty nice shop. So figured, fuck it, I'll give it a try.
Can you make that?
You know, I figured, hell, you know. Oh, that looks like the beginning of a tong.
Oh,
sword.
I think it's a falchion.
It is a falchion. No, I'm sorry, I'm not quite that experienced yet, sir.
Okay, I think that image is actually from the Dungeons and Dragons weapons manual.
It does look like it's from a month, or something doesn't it?
Oh no, it's from World of Warcraft. It's from Blizzard. All right, well, we'll skim off that image, not that.
Talking about WoW. A buddy of mine yesterday, he was like, man, he went over to this dude's house, get a tattoo, and he's like, man, the guy gives me tattoos. He's this older guy. He plays this like old ass game. Jake doesn't know nothing about games. He's like, the lyrics are fucking horrid, dude. He's like, and they're always helping each other, and they're like gotta take like, and I'm like, are you talking about WoW? He's like, what'd you say? I said, wow, World of Warcraft. He said, that's fucking it, dude. That's it exactly. He's like, I'm like, of course people still play that.
I hear it is free up to level 60, which at that point, if you've gone in like by friends, which is how I took my first plunge into WoW, is one of my friends told me to get on so I could help him. He helped me, and bada boom, bada bing, server first level 80 Death Knight, and then I do /play, and I'm like, the amount of time I've spent logged into this game, I could have earned a doctorate degree. Maybe I should reevaluate my life.
But you chose not to anyway.
I did, and then I did very well, and then I regressed even more. And I'm working on MC. I'm working. Hey, look at me! Woo! We have the powers of the internet going down some random particle tunnel, and I'm showing a bunch of blacksmithing photos. But you know what? It brought us together.
Right. As a familia. I can't believe I'm surprised there's that many people out there that are into blacksmithing. That's kind of cool.
Dude, it is a great community. Dude, here's the thing about the internet. It's like, yeah, we like to bitch and moan about politics and all this jazz and how the world's ending in many ways. And I mean, entropy is eternal. So I mean, that's just a fact that we gotta live with. We're perfectly imperfect, finite creatures. But this community is within communities and the communities. Look at just what's going on in the chat right now. We got non-con streamists. I'm sure he's been around, but I'm like, oh, look, I don't stream that often, but here's a dude that has more information about blacksmithing. That's how we learn. Like,
right.
Dude, we have like thousands of years, and it's like, if you don't write stuff down, what do you have? All you got are stories. You got stories and just things and stuff that are passed down. As soon as we had the written word, we had the ability to record information. And then as we began to actually roll out the different printing presses, we now had the ability to mass scale reproduce that information that folks, once they had the ability to read, or other folks could read to them and they could learn. And you look at the technology we have now. I'm freaking transmitting freaking random pulses of electricity and light all across the world right now, going through this cool thing. It's like, dude, I'm just amazed. You flick the switch on a light and the light goes on. That's pretty cool.
If it wasn't for Dante Alighieri, we would. He was the first person that ever had the balls to write anything that wasn't in Latin. He wrote it in Italian, and he criticized the church quite badly in it. But I mean, he wrote it in such a way that they wouldn't be able to tell. But he was the first person to ever write a book in their home language instead of writing in Latin.
Are you saying he's an OG shit poster?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, no, and all right, MC, background checks, a national background check to buy ammunition. Good idea, bad idea, or let's burn the whole freaking country down? I'm sick of this shit.
It's a horrible idea.
So option C.
Wait, what?
It's a ridiculous.
What?
It's a ridiculousness.
National ID?
Is a bad idea.
Is it?
The national ID, they can track you.
Yeah, the national ID is a bad idea, but I'm talking about a national background check for buying ammunition. That's insane.
What?
That's even worse.
Wait.
Why would you need a fucking national ID to buy ammunition? Why?
No, memes brought up the national ID. These aren't two parts of the same story.
I thought you guys brought it up.
What story are you reading? What story are you reading?
Liberty Doll did a video on it. I've yet to watch the video. But just the idea itself, a national ammo background check.
Oh.
It sounds horrible.
Well, they want to see if people are stockpiling ammunition to prevent atrocity.
Well,
well, that's the thing. If anybody that's been to a shooting range or anything like that before, you can go through 1,000 rounds of ammunition pretty quick. If you're trying to murder a whole bunch of people, it's like, if you want to do something, you're going to do it, and it's like, you're going to end up catching a whole bunch of folks that going out there for target practice, for hunting and stuff. Because I'll blow through a couple of boxes, 200-300 rounds easy in like a couple hours, like 2 hours easy. But then again, I like to rent machine guns.
If I want to stockpile a fucking million rounds, I'm going to stockpile it.
If you're going through 200 or 300 rounds in a couple of hours, you're going slow.
I was going slow, and I may or may not have been on a date, but I digress.
Because, I mean, going through 100 rounds, especially with a semi-automatic weapon, all right, you can go through 100 rounds in less than 30 minutes. And this is practicing. This is practicing for target.
As fast as you can squeeze the trigger, pretty much, you know.
I'm not the greatest at reloading.
See, just going out there, you put in a 10-round magazine in, right?
And you're using 3-round bursts.
Well, no. I mean practicing. Like I'm thinking about it from a pistol standpoint.
Okay, like single shot then. Okay, I get you.
Boom! While you're practicing doing that, you can go through easily 100 rounds or 200-300 rounds, right, in 30 minutes easily.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now the thing is what slows you down, to be honest, is as you're using it like that. After a while, the weapon will get hot.
Mm-hmm.
Slow, so you're like, okay, well, let me go to a different weapon. And if you got multiple weapons that you're practicing with, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go through. You can easily go through tons of rounds very quickly. But the question is why does the government think that it needs to know this? Does the government need to know it? It doesn't.
It looks like a response to a perception of a problem and shit that's going on, because people are dying, so people naturally want to respond.
People have been dying. Beginning of time.
That is true. But people are demanding things.
Don't kill people. People kill people.
Aside from them calling an epidemic in New York right now for that measles problem, what are they gonna do?
Well, here's the thing, though. Does that expand to buying powder? What if you load your own rounds?
No,
how are they going to keep that?
Black powder isn't regulated.
Although to be fair, if they did pass a VAT tax, technically you'd have a method of tracking a lot of core proponents.
You technically could carry a black powder gun around loaded and not get in any trouble.
Oh, I was saying you could press your own ammo.
How would a VAT tax do that?
Well, if you're going to actually tax the powder, if somebody was making their own, then, I mean, if you're going to have a mass purchase of ammunition or powder or something, I mean, it's taxed in a full... Well, actually, no, I don't... Well, I suppose you could buy cash or whatnot. I don't know, man. It's like, if somebody wants to find something out...
You're paying in cash.
Yeah.
How are they gonna know? They're not. So, how's it necessarily going to work?
Well, here's the thing. Why should it matter? Because we have the Second Amendment.
Exactly.
Non-con in the chat says, I grew up with guns but don't own one now. That's your choice. Sometimes I want to get back into it. I think most weapons should be legal, basically up to rocket launchers.
Oh, yeah.
No. Don't draw the line at rocket launchers. I want a tank in every garage. I want
no,
a
Matt.
nuke in every basement.
Matt,
It's a little extreme.
Matt,
It might be...
to be fair, Matt is at least being consistent because there was about a year ago where we were memeing Doctor Strangelove with Mad's face and saying Mad Dodge 2020 and nuke in every garage. Oh, that's probably why you're not monetized. Sorry.
Can you imagine Mad Dodge with actual atomic weapon? He would be dead. He wouldn't, because he wouldn't know how to handle it, and he would have died of radiation.
MC, he's smarter than that. He's not going to lick it like a 9-volt battery. God.
He'd probably use it to open his beer bottle.
Like a 9-volt battery to this day.
Well, it's fun. It's the little tingle on the tongue. Sorry, that was inappropriate.
You're making my case for me, memes. Thanks.
Well, no, because we've already had this discussion in the past. It's like we were arguing. It's like, should Nabisco have nukes? Because apparently at one time they were considering investing in, I believe, uranium. So it is a very interesting connection.
Yeah, Nabisco and uranium, they go together. Well, why not?
Hey, I mean, it's U-230, what was it, yellow cake uranium? It's only an alpha emitter, so I mean, the cardboard itself should stop the alpha particles, but, I mean, somebody might get a little creeped out about radioactive things in their crackers.
That's true, but, like that. Uranium-235 is what they're trying to enrich it to increase the neutron capture.
That's because they knock off, what is it, 3 atomic weight particles or protons or something like that. Or no, it's neutrons because it's still uranium. And so it's able to accept what to help it blow up?
It wants more neutrons, which then creates, if it fissions, then it releases neutrons.
It's gonna look for the easiest path for the connection of other, what is it, electrons or protons or whatever.
No, in this case, it's neutrons. It's neutrons. Is what causes fission.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's looking to gain that. So once it gains that from whatever source it is, it's likely to fission, and then if it reaches a critical mass and okay, gotcha.
Don't go any further.
So don't give it to memes.
Oh no, don't give that shit to me at all, dude. Dude, all I know is, like, when I'm a freaking, like, junior in high school and we link up with one of the local universities, because they actually do have a nuclear reactor there, one of the gentlemen there, who coincidentally later in life I actually did take, I think, an earth or radioactive science class with, I asked him, just because after looking at the chemistry and stuff, I'm like, so what happens in theory if, just instead of like splitting off like the neutrons and the protons, what happens if you actually broke like the neutrons or like the protons or something apart? And he took a little bit of a momentary pause and he responded, well, in that case, in theory, you would have created what's known as a neutron bomb, something with a lower explosive yield but high radioactive output that essentially kills all life but would leave infrastructure intact. At that moment, I realized I should never go into physics.
Real quick, heads up, Max, we are live. We should be in the podcast room, but I forgot to move into there. So, just letting you know before you say anything.
Like they say, we're live, bro.
Yeah.
I think you just want some company.
I believe his name is Marks, not
Oh.
Marks.
It's Mark's brother.
Well, it's like Aunt Jack.
I wonder which one he is. Is he Groucho or?
Oh, going down like Groucho, Harpo.
See, I prefer Curly.
You know, back in the day, they had this kit that they were selling to kids, with a Geiger counter and your own little piece of uranium and shit.
That was cool back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, the ore for uranium is actually, I mean, it is radioactive. You can detect it with a Geiger counter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many people, or many that keep that stuff in their drawers and everything. There was one professor that was keeping it in his pocket of his shirt. He carried it around.
Uranium? Like yellow cake uranium?
No, uranium.
Oh, uranium ore. Uranium ore.
Okay.
He did after a time develop
cancer.
Radiation burn there.
What a fucking dumbass.
I mean, it took us several years.
I don't think he was aware of it at the time. It's like, hey, this rock will kill you. Okay, I won't put it in my shirt pocket.
No. He thought it would kill him, but he didn't think that it was going through the shirt or anything. And he always had it on, and he never really thought much about it. But over time, all right, the damage that does to the human body builds up. People don't realize this.
Yeah, it's that.
Well, maybe he listened to UMC. He's like, it's just an alpha emitter. Oh, your shirt should be fine. And then you're like, ugh, exposure over time. There's multiple axes to what stuff and things happening in the world, but I digress.
I forgot to wear my uranium-proof shirt today. Damn.
Hey.
Well, if he had multiple layers. If you had multiple layers and a solid shirt, the thing about shirts, of course, is the shirts are porous. They have holes.
Yeah.
Weave.
So, well, maybe lead bibs weren't in style. I don't know.
And lead tuxedos kind of look tacky.
You don't want lead around an alpha emitter.
Why?
You don't want lead because it'll begin to absorb it and radiate on its own. Radioactive lead.
Well, you're good for a while.
No.
Nah. It'd be like double indemnity. You'd have the fucking poisonous of the lead and the radioactivity.
Wait a sec. Is this why Superman was weak to kryptonite?
I didn't create Superman.
Okay. Oh. But wait, no, he can't see through lead because it absorbs kryptonite.
Pink kryptonite turns Superman gay, not just weak.
Kryptonite turns Superman gay. Is that what you said?
Is that canon?
Pink kryptonite turns Superman gay, and yes, it is canon. I used to read the fucking comics.
That's fair.
I would not be happy with being the bottom in that couple.
What?
Can you imagine being Superman's bottom? Holy shit, that would fucking probably kill you.
Is that what's getting Steve Shives divorce?
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
You heard it here. Steve Shives met Superman.
And he's now his power bottom.
I have occasionally thought about that because I'm like, all right, if Superman is with Lois, and you're engaging in activities where folks don't always have control, maybe he has super control. Oh, he must have read the Kama Sutra.
Hey, out of all the Justice League, who do you think would be the hippest gay couple if they were to become gay?
Hippest?
Yeah, who do you think would be the coolest couple?
Coolest or hippest?
Like a power couple.
Do people even use the word hip anymore?
I like hip.
Well, obviously I did, so somebody does. I don't know.
Mole gets me. Mole understands the mill cities.
But like, who would be the power couple? Do you think like Batman and Superman? Power couple.
No. I mean, they might be the most powerful couple, but I'm like...
Yeah, but I think Batman would be a... Can you imagine dating Batman? He's such a surly asshole.
He's really rich.
Yeah, he's really rich, but he really fucking... I mean, like, he pretty much adopts children and says, here, you're going to go out and fight grown men with me. Come on.
Well, that's also the plot to Umbrella Academy as well. So, I mean, it's consistent throughout time.
Did you just insinuate that Batman's running a grooming gang?
I didn't mean to, but I guess I did, yes.
No, he only had Wait, how many Robins did he have?
A few. Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, his son, and there was there one other Robin?
Wait, he couldn't think of a different name for these guys? Or like, hey, did you know the last Robin wore this suit proudly?
No, one of them leveled up to Nightwing.
Might want to
that was Dick Grayson. That was Dick Grayson leveled up to Nightwing.
Okay.
Jason Todd got beat by the Joker.
And Nightwing decided he didn't like Batman too much, so he decided to go fight Batman.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, we know.
There are so many there's so many good storylines in Batman that they could use for movies, but they just don't.
It's true, dude. This is why I say like fan fiction and community created content is the way of the future, because it's like you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to make a movie, and don't get me wrong, that's pretty badass. But it's like right now, how is what we're broadcasting different than any of the major networks, aside from the eccentricness and me not really paying attention to stuff from the late 90s, early 2000s? It's like, we can change stuff. We can go back and forth. Oh my god, I can do a show intro, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god. It's like, we can fade in, fade out. If I actually knew what the hell I was doing, it could even be that much better.
No, for instance, DC's live action movies, it's like, I think the director knows the basics of the characters. He might read like 1 or 2 comics to get an idea of what the character's like, and then he base story on that. And I hate that.
That's why they
hate that. Like they what?
That's why they need to stop hiring these big shot freaking directors and find people who care about the story. Look at what they did to Star Trek, and that's all I'll say. Look at Discovery. They fucked it up.
Batman vs Superman was nothing like that. The actual storyline, I have no idea where the fuck they came up with that storyline.
And why would they go to Batman vs Superman without doing the Doomsday story first, where Superman dies? What's wrong with you? Do this shit in.
That's an awesome story, actually. That's a good storyline.
What's wrong with you? Do this storyline in order.
That'd be a really tough storyline to do, though, I imagine.
I heard you try to. Well, actually, to be fair,
if you want to do a live, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No,
but one thing that I always wanted to see, one story that I always enjoyed, right, was a graphic novel called Rogue Trooper. That would make a kick-ass freaking.
Was that kind of like Watchmen, or I'm unfamiliar with it?
No, Rogue Trooper is set. It's set sci-fi. It's set in the future. Right, and basically there's some genetically modified humans that are created strictly for the war, right? And they're sent to go onto this planet that they've been fighting over because of its strategic location, right? And everything that's been done to this planet. I mean, the planet is a hell planet. The humans is toxic and everything else. So these guys were created so that they could, go and fight in this environment without breathing suits and things like that.
That's what genetic enhancements are for.
That and of course they had extra strength, and they had inserted and internally they had inserted biochips so that if they died, they could take the biochips and they could insert them so that the next group could learn from them and stuff. Right?
Well, that sounds interesting. What's that called again?
Rogue Trooper.
I haven't checked that out.
First time they're deployed, they're betrayed, and only one guy gets out, but he gets the biochips with 3 of his buddies, and it's him alone with the weapons and the other things that he's talking to with these biochips as he goes through trying to find out who betrayed them.
Oh, cool! And it's like a post-apocalyptic type thing.
It's set on a faraway planet, so it's not post-apocalyptic per se, but the environment is post-apocalyptic.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty horrible.
Right. It's like they're living on who's that? What Dark Side? What's the name of his planet?
Oh,
you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I remember playing in the.
God damn it! I can't think of it. Why can't I think of the name of Dark Side? Fucking.
That would have been, and I think it's a British comic, but that would have been something that people. I mean, that would have been a hell of a story. All right, you could bring that one in, and right now with today's technology, you could do a heck of a good job with it. Right? I mean, things I would like to see. Some of the stuff that's not necessarily I don't mind. Yeah, that it isn't as mainstream. Like the Watchmen wasn't mainstream, so it was okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Or Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was good. Memes, check out what I tagged you in. Look at screen share some of those pictures, man. Like Superman vs. Doomsday would be badass.
Yeah, you know what? I think they should do like a Young Justice.
Well, they did have Superman versus Doomsday.
Not a lot of people know about Young Justice. I think that'd be cool for them to do that. That'd be neat. Or Martian Manhunter. That'd be fucking cool.
They do need to bring the Martian Manhunter stories would be cool as well. That's true.
I agree.
There's
Sure.
because once again, there's a lot there. There's a lot you can go with, right? And they're true heroic types of character.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's what I think we're missing a lot of times is you're missing the hero part, the heroicness of these characters. It is being a hero isn't about having superpowers.
Is it just me, or does Doomsday look like the rock guy from Neverending Story?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, don't dox MC. We know he's a rock eater.
But you're absolutely right, MC.
No, that's enough of the nerd in me. I'll let it go from there.
You can never have enough nerd in you.
He's afraid he might completely embarrass himself. It's all right. We understand.
You think I'm worried about embarrassing myself?
You have admitted to being a weeb, but that's okay. We accept you.
Okay, and that's embarrassing to me? No.
No.
Memes.
That's fair. That's how it should be.
I DM'd you a link to the different colors of kryptonite and their effects.
Yeah, but why the heck wouldn't they do this story, memes? Look at these fucking pictures out of the comics. It looks fucking sick, dude.
Intellectual property. That's why. No, because what was it? Who was that guy who got the permission from like Disney to do Star Wars, and he did that like 10 or 15 minute like fan film like with Vader and stuff? Like, dude, that was freaking amazing. But they copy struck him after the fact, and they said potentially took like, I don't know, like $100,000 from him.
Well, I'm not saying you or I do it. I mean, why hasn't DC made this movie? This would be a good Superman movie.
The Lego one, I think they already did that.
No, Doomsday.
Oh, because they already did that. The Superman movie that they just did, they fight Doomsday at the end of the movie. You guys watched the movie.
I don't think normal people would understand that, like, Doomsday literally is Superman's equal. Like, I mean, it took everything Superman had to kill Doom. He never even killed him. He just dude him. He like fucking tied him to a meteorite face. But,
well, it depends on which version you're going. I was pretty particular to the animated series from the 90s.
I read the novel before
okay.
I seen the. But that's another thing I gotta say is, I have to say DC does make better animated movies than Marvel does. They really do. Their animated movies are way better.
They have an excellent writing staff and animating staff. It is consistent. There is so much Marvel animation out there. I do like a lot of it, but I mean, growing up just watching like Batman, the animated series, and like Superman, like that stuff was moi. It's like that was part of my childhood.
Do you remember the 80s cartoons, the Super Friends?
I mean, I kind of remember that. That seemed a little silly. Dude, we had He-Man, we had Thundercats and stuff. We had Where in the World Was Carmen Sandiego. It was excellent.
G.I. Joe and Cobra. There was all
Go Joe!
Gargoyles.
The Turtles.
Gargoyles was good. DuckTales.
And
Woohoo!
all of it.
No, they need to bring back Gargoyles. That was the only dark cartoon that was really good, and it was from fucking Disney.
It was.
I like Gargoyles, but it was kind of too dark for me. Like actually, I like brighter things that are like a little bit shinier. So.
Hey, did you guys know that R.L. Stine did write an adult book, and it was actually not bad at all. I read it; it was pretty good.
Was it like the mystery slime from down the street?
No, it was about a serial killer guy, and it was really good. I mean, it was definitely an adult book.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
It was much better than I anticipated. I mean, not to say that he's a bad writer. He writes great young adult fiction, but I mean, very, very formulaic. But I mean, it's for teenagers, so that makes sense.
R.L. Stine was a dude?
Pretty sure.
Are you serious?
Oh, I thought he was, but in more recent times. No, I'm confusing him with J.K. Rowling. It's that thing with like authors and like using the first two letters and stuff like that. It's confusing.
It's J.K. Rowling, by the way.
Oh.
she gets. The Americans can't pronounce her name.
Well, I've been racist once on the stream. Why not again?
Not racist. It's called prejudice.
Prejudice? No, that doesn't.
It's more appropriate.
Is it okay if I use American vernaculars, something like that?
Stein is most definitely a dude, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but he kind of looks like Woody Allen's brother.
Have you met him?
No.
Do you know his pronouns?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say
only you.
Him.
I assume you're right, but then again, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, and yeah. Huh.
So Superman looks creeped out, and that's kind of freaking me out a little bit. I prefer seeing Superman fight Doomsday. Ooh, that's cool.
Okay, so he does fight. I haven't seen the new movies. I told you, I'm burnt out on comic book movies.
Hey,
but they only do it at the very end because this was a whole series of comics.
What about
these two fought?
What about a live action movie? You know the storyline where Batman has a contingency plan to take down every member of the Justice League if they go rogue?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be a cool live action movie?
Yes.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I got kids to get ready for bed, so.
All right. Peace
I'll
out.
catch you later. See you. Bye.
Goodbye, my dear.
So who won? Did Batman beat up Superman or vice versa? I didn't watch that crap.
Watch the movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm not sure I would pay to see the movie, but if you have the availability, watch the movie. It's not as bad as a lot of folks kind of thought. Because Ben Affleck's gonna be Batman. It's like, all right, at least number one, Christian Bale bailed before they potentially ruined the character, which I can respect. And for the Batman they were portraying, it wasn't horrible.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad.
It wasn't good though.
It was. That's why I'm saying it's you can watch it.
Yeah, it's watchable. I just don't like how they clump 3 stories together to make one.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
they pushed a lot of storylines and tried to smush them together, and that was not necessary.
Yeah, Wonder Woman had no place in that movie at all.
I love when Wonder Woman pops in.
I did too. But I mean,
she outshined the rest of that movie.
Yeah. Well, you look at the different business model. It's DC was really trying to play catch up there, I think, because with Marvel, it's like, all right, you kick it off with Iron Man, and you hit yourself a home run there, and then you plant that little.
With Iron Man, though, that's the thing.
Well,
that's ignoring the entire
they gave it a shot, MC, and eventually it
screwed it up. It screwed it up royally.
I know. It was a bit painful. I got some joy, but
while we're on nerddom, what do you guys think of Star Trek Enterprise?
I like Enterprise, but real quick, I gotta rub something in MC's face.
Okay.
A record number of home runs give the Dodgers a 12-4 win over guess who? The Diamondbacks on opening day. Welcome to the new season.
Guess who else?
That's right.
Guess who else had a 12-4 win today over the Rangers? That's right, the Cubbies. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
It's okay, Matt. Just enjoy.
No,
everybody draws wherever they are.
I really liked Enterprise. I liked how it was set back prior to Next Generation, and how they had they were what their top capability was 4.5.
I liked 4.5. 5. They were trying to get to warp 5.
Yeah, I think I'm partial to Scott Bakula though.
That to be honest, I think it took Scott Bakula 2 seasons before he designed before the role fitted.
Yeah, but after that, he owned Archer though. He did.
Is that Crypto the Super Dog?
Crypto.
Did I get that right?
No, I don't think that's Crypto. That's the dude that hangs out with the ghost guy, isn't it? The
Shazam?
No.
You know what crossovers worked? When the not the Simpsons, but when the Flintstones and the Jetsons crossed
Okay,
over.
we got the Power Twins, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Robin, Aquaman, and is that Wonder Dog? I think it's Wonder Dog.
Oh, those are the Wonder Twins. I thought they were both gals.
Yeah, Wonder Twins.
Oh, long hair threw me off. I assumed gender. My bad.
It was late 70s, early 80s, so.
Well, people did do a lot of drugs in the 70s, I heard.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have a picture of me when I was 3, and my brother had a fucking afro. It was hilarious.
Dude, afros are so good, because, like, they're soft, they're just, I don't know.
I just like that picture, I just look at it, I'm like, holy shit, that is, like, the 1970s hot, and fucking just still. Like,
you know you're showing your DMs on the stream, right, man?
Oh. Well, these things happen. Oh, well, I'm not too worried. Well, actually, I probably... Wait, am I? I don't think so.
Well, just the list of people that you talk to, not what it says.
Oops, I clicked the wrong button. That's my bad. There we go. Alright, there we go. I realized I highlighted something like, wait, it changed? Okay.
I need to rewatch Watchmen.
It is a good movie.
Watchmen.
It was interesting. It led to questions.
It isn't bad. It's not. I mean, for what they were trying to do, I thought they did a real good job overall. But
oh, I had no history of Watchmen. I thought it was actually going to be something else. I'm like, wait, is this guy like? Is he trying to parody Batman? Like, or like, what the hell's going on? But then we got Rorschach, and I'm like, well, Rorschach is he's an interesting character.
I'm not sure what it was, but I seen the funniest Marvel cartoon the other day. It was Darkseid and the Punisher, right? And the Punisher kept trying to raise Darkseid as his son, so he wouldn't turn into a murderous son of a bitch. But no matter what he did, Darkseid always turned out to be a murderous son of a bitch.
Wait, was this like Groundhog Day, and they just kept on like going through the iterations of different universes?
It was sort of like that, yeah. It was funny though. He was trying to get Thanos to not be a murderous asshole, but it never worked.
Wait, Darkseid or Thanos?
Thanos. We're talking Marvel here.
Oh, I heard Darkseid.
Darkseid.
I might have said Darkseid, but I mean, it's not that hard to get.
They're different, right? Because Darkseid's essentially DC's Thanos. I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. They also look similar.
In some ways, I think Darkseid is DC's
Thanos.
Or Galactus or something. I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Galactus. I forgot about him. You know, there's a lot of characters that people don't realize how powerful they really are. Like the Silver Surfer is uber powerful.
Silver Surfer is definitely OP.
Like he's more powerful than a god, you know.
Yeah, he's also got a cool board.
Yeah, what was it? Wasn't that his job to go and like hunt places for Galactus to eat?
Yes, that's what his mission was. That's what he.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's what he agreed to be part of. That is to be his herald, to go out there and be the Galactus's bitch for all intents and purposes.
Didn't he also end up kicking Galactus's ass in one of the movies?
He did kick.
It's like it was like hold on, wait a second.
Galactus. Okay, if you're talking about the thing that I'm thinking of.
Well, not kicked his ass.
The movie from like 10-15 years ago.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. All I remember is, okay, I am the Herald of Galactus, Silver Surfer. Is my job, blah blah blah. And then at the end, it's like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass now. It's like, wait, if you didn't like your job and you could have done that at any time, what?
Right.
Isn't the most powerful comic book character though Rose or whatever, because she can steal anybody else's power?
Kind of, yeah. Actually, I think Jean Grey.
The most powerful of the mutants is frickin' Scarlet Witch.
Not Jean Grey?
It's situational.
No, you're right. It's that backwards guy. It's backwards Luther. He's the, like...
I thought it was the Eternals or the that chibi gremlin leprechaun Superman dude.
I don't remember.
Which X-Men is it that steals the other powers, though? Because I would consider that
Rogue.
to be the most powerful.
That's Rogue. That's what she does.
It ultimately...
Witch
Go on.
has the ability, alright, to... The Scarlet Witch has the ability to alter probability.
And have sex with your brother.
Wait, is that's not canon?
That's
Wait,
canon.
ultra probability. What do you mean? Is that like playing D&D where the DM's like, oh fuck your natural 20, roll again?
Well, you can get a reroll. Or no, does she just weight it? Is she giving like pluses to it?
No, she can sit up there and completely alter probability.
Yeah.
How much?
Well, to the point where there's no oxygen in the air that you're breathing around your head.
Well, carry a tank.
Doesn't matter carrying a tank. That's not the point. The fact is she can sit up there and alter probability at will.
Well, that takes time.
I mean, it takes time.
There's axes. I'm gonna lower this oxygen rate. It's like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
I want to know another character that's super powerful, but they don't really talk about much. Is who's that magician chick with the big tits? You know who I'm talking about? What's her name? Katana. What is it?
Katana.
Yeah. She's very, very powerful too, but she just really doesn't show it that often.
Is that an alternative name for Elvira?
I
don't know.
Where does Elvira come into this?
You said something about a witch with that was voluptuous.
Oh no, she's like a magician. Actually, she like has like a little top hat and these little boy shorts and.
Santana.
Yeah, Santana.
Wait, Santana? I thought he was a musician.
Zan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did they make a game about her?
I think they did, maybe.
Was she featured in one of those like DC versus Marvel games?
I don't know. Yes, I believe so.
Okay. I'm just trying to get the reference.
What did you guys think of Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange? I think he pulled it off great. I think he did a great job.
That was a good movie.
I think he pulled it off perfectly.
I was never really that familiar with Doctor Strange, but after watching that movie,
he did a good job. The problem is that they could have done so much more. there was so much more they could have done.
Oh yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing those spells and some of the things that he would do in the book that they could have brought to life that they didn't. That's the only disappointment really that I had with that.
Right.
Well, I think a lot of it was a lot of folks probably weren't familiar.
He was a little too uptight. Like Doctor Strange is usually more laid back. I mean,
a little bit, a bit more. It kind of depends before or after.
Yeah.
Well, right. Cleo.
Well, in Ragnarok, he was a lot more chill.
Oh, we're getting a tour of Memes' house, huh?
Well, you're welcome to crash. I got an extra room right now.
Gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah. I'm coming out to visit in June. MC, you're welcome.
You're coming out to visit.
Oh, Mole too.
In Arizona?
Oh no, I'm going to visit my stepbrother he's in Washington, so he's in Seattle. I hear there's trains around there.
If I go anywhere, it's got to be Oregon. I'm pretty sure.
No, head out. I think it's like the week of June 20th. Do a little meetup.
Yeah. Week of June 20th, eh?
Yep. We'll hit up the bar and you'll just drink root beer. We won't let you drink.
I'll just be the designated driver. No, I won't, because I'll be baked. So, we'll just walk.
Matt and I will be the drunk Irishman. You can be the weed guy.
Yep, I'll be stoned to shit.
So, Mole.
Yes.
Dude, you're in Illinois, right?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is wrong with your goddamn fucking state? And what the fuck is going on in Chicago? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys let Juice go? You let him off? What the fuck? Anyway.
Are you blaming Mole for the actions of his government?
Yeah, first off, I really don't have much to do with my state government. Secondly, you do know that Illinois is like the most corrupt government in the fucking in the nation, right?
No, look.
Illinois is the third most corrupt, and Chicago is the first most corrupt city. So yeah,
you do realize that Illinois is the same state that brought us Rob Blagojevich.
Right.
Oh God, I forgot about that guy.
I wonder what J.B. Pritchard's gonna do to end up in the joint.
So, like, do you have to have a felony just to go into politics there?
I don't know, but it helps. Like,
It doesn't hurt, right?
a free felony with every congressional fucking seating or some shit.
Yeah, like over here, they're like, they would use that shit, you know, if a felon was running for governor or something. Over there, they'd use it too. It's just as a selling point. Hey, he's already been to jail. He ain't going back.
Who do you think the worst president was again, Matt?
The very worst. It's kind of a three-way race. We got Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, and Woodrow Wilson.
How do you think?
I agree with you on Woodrow Wilson. I agree with you on Wilson. He was fucking a devil. But Abe Lincoln and Teddy Roosevelt?
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt gave away half of the western United States. Abraham Lincoln plunged the country into a civil war.
Matt's still a little butthurt over that.
I don't really see it as Lincoln plunging anything into war. I'm pretty sure that the South started it.
You want to do this right now, Mole?
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, this is for another.
We have gone back to the same thing. The feminists have started it first, so we have devolved back to 3-year-olds.
Robert E. Lee was a dork.
Well,
I don't know if I can talk to you anymore.
Well, and on that, gentlemen, we've been going for about an hour, and I do need to actually take care of some other stuff and things, and it's great to see this has been working. So, final thoughts from our friends on the panel.
Works awesome, great.
Yeah. Fuck off, Mole. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
You know I'm joking.
Got anything else? Got anything else, MC?
No, I'm good.
Cool. Mole, final thoughts, brother?
No, nothing.
All right.
Thanks
well,
for having me, brother.
Well, that's all, folks, and we'll roll out on that. Peace and love to everybody.
And just keep going. Fucking implacably. Regardless of what it costs us, regardless of how much we have to lose. We just have to keep going. But that doesn't mean we should be silly about things. We need to be smart. Went to a Professor Peterson event a few days ago. I told him he was a pretty good wizard, a person who changes the world around them via verbal and semantic components, i.e. their words and actions. Well, the memes of destruction, which is a great username. That's really nerdy, but I approve.
Downloaded it last night. Whenever it's officially off air, let me know.